Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, Juan Fracisco Estrada, he made his 115-pound debut against a guy by the name of Filippo Raymond Tabugan. I don't know how to say his name. A guy who was 18-6-1. Now, he didn't score a knockout against his overmatched opponent, but he did score a 10-round one-sided unanimous decision over the guy. Now, a lot of people were saying that his power wasn't all the way there because towards the end of the fight, he had some swelling and some inflammation in his right hand. So his power just didn't have his right hand just didn't have the same snap, the same pop that it usually has, and that's gonna be something he's gonna have to work through. We know that Juan Fracisco Estrada, Gallo Estrada, he had sat out and had a period of inactivity because of hand problems. So hopefully, these hand problems don't continue to be that much of an issue for the guy that I and many boxing pundits and experts believe is the best current pound-for-pound fighter of all of the Mexican fighters right now. Now, his arrival to 115 pounds to this division with Roman Gonzalez, Naya Inoue, and Carlos Cuadras, it's great because now it sets up so many possibilities. We can get, because Estrada has said he wants a rematch with Roman Gonzalez. I think he obviously deserves one. But Roman and Estrada have been very vocal for a rematch, saying that they both want seven-figure career-high paydays if HBOs pick up that fight. And, I'm with them. I'm with them both 150% on that. I think there's two guys in boxing that deserve to get paid, that level of money. I think it's obviously Roman Gonzalez, the best fighter in boxing, hands down, without a shadow of a doubt. And then Estrada, a guy who's proven himself to be the best pound-for-pound Mexican fighter in the world today. So there's that. But it sets up a lot of possibilities. It sets up a lot of possibilities because we have Naya Inoue, we have Carlos Cuadras, Roman, and then we have Estrada. So there's a lot of ways to get to, I should say, get to like, the big super fights. I think they're all super fights. I think Cuadras Inoue is a big super fight. Inoue, Estrada, Cuadras. I'm telling you right now, the WBC, that's the fight they need to make right there. That is a big fight because now you have Cuadras, Mexican fighter, Estrada, Mexican fighter, both 115-pound fighters. That would be a mega fight if they did that at the Forum. So that could be a big one. Obviously, anybody who fights Roman out of that bunch, whether it's a rematch with Estrada, a rematch with Cuadras, or the big super fight, much anticipated fight with Naya Inoue, that's the fight for me as well. So what I wanted to say was simply this. Naya Inoue has a WBO title. Roman has the WBC title. Luis Concepcion has the WBA title. But we're not really too concerned about anybody else. Jerwin Ancajas, he's cool, but we're not really concerned with Jerwin Ancajas or Luis Concepcion. We're only concerned about those four guys, because I think those four are the consensus best fighters in the division, and we want to see all those fights. If you're a big boxing fan, you want to see all those fights. So I think it's only fair that you should match up Gonzalez with one of either Cuadras or Estrada. Give them the money. I say personally, I would love to see Roman fight. Roman could fight Estrada, right? That'd be a great rematch because a lot of people think that was Roman's toughest fight to date. Then you match up Cuadras, who's a proven champion, hard puncher, real speedy, against the still what many deem to be too green, too inexperienced Naya Inoue, and that could pose a lot of problems for Inoue, but if he's passed that test, then he really gets a lot of a validation there from beating up on Cuadras. The winner of those two fights, unification. So if it's Roman and Inoue and they can both be left standing, then we get to see them fight in a unification fight under the conditions of them earning that fight, under them beating other top guys to get there. Kind of like a round robin. I think there should be a tournament, and both titles should be on the line at the end. But still, you would get if Cuadras and Estrada both somehow emerge victorious, and you get a big Mexican super fight unification title. I mean, how is that not big for boxing? That'd be huge for boxing. So there's a lot of possibilities. But I think that's the way I would go about it. If boxing was a regulated sport and you could control those kind of things, I would do it. But as we know, boxing isn't regulated, and there's a lot of loopholes, technicalities. And the reality is, we might get a fight we don't want to see at 115. Like, we might have to see Roman or Inoue or Quadras or Estrada fight Luis Concepcion or Jerwin Ancajas. No disrespect to Concepcion or Ancajas, but I'm not really checking for none of them fights. I want to see them 4 guys fight. Those are the 4 best fighters in the division. So, I mean, it is what it is. But Estrada picks up a win. Hopefully, that right hand, he can get it back, man. Because I don't like when a fighter like Estrada, who's, in my opinion, has the talent to be a future Hall of Famer, I don't like when that can be taken away from a fighter. He has good power in his right hand, and I want to see him have that power at its fullest potential when he does fight a Quadras or a Gonzalez or a Inoue. And he's the best fighter. He's the best Mexican fighter in the world. I'm gonna keep saying that because I think he don't get enough credit for how good he is. And it's just my job to hype the dude up because the dude is a beast. If you guys have not seen him fight, I would seriously recommend you go on YouTube in the search bar and go watch one of Juan Fracisco Estrada's fights. The guy is a straight stud, beast. I don't know how many adjectives I can use to describe the guy. The guy can fight. So that's the news, guys. He picks up a decision over overmatched opponent. Suffered some hand swelling and some inflammation in his right hand towards the latter parts of the fight, but still got the W, and he's putting himself in a position now. He's officially a 150-pound fighter, so putting himself in a position to fight one of the big 3 other guys, as far as, you know, Roman Gonzalez, Inoue, or potentially a huge Mexican super fight with Carlos Quadras. Either way, I would love to see any of those fights, and hopefully we get them made very, very soon for the sake of hardcore boxing fans like myself and many others who watch this channel. But leave your comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dang It. So until next time, take care, guys.